Bow Wow says that he's going to retire. How do you feel about that? What up, everybody? It's your girl Drea O, and as you know, I'm everywhere you go. And right now, I have somebody in my corner that I'm so honored to meet. It's a legend in the game. Do you feel like a legend?
Nah. I don't know. I don't pay no attention to that. I really don't like being called a legend though, because it feels like I'm like historic or something. You know what I mean? Like it feels really old, like a dinosaur word. So I mean, I like to call other people legends, but I don't like that word for me.
Yes, Jermaine
It's alright, you
Dupri.
can call me that though.
Do you feel like you get your just due? Do you feel like people recognize the amount of work that you put in, all the amounts of energy you put into different people and different things that you've launched off over the years?
No, because but I understand kind of why, because it's so much. You know what I mean? It's like even when you do an interview, it's like like I was just doing an interview out there, and it's like we talk about, like, say for instance the rap game, right? And you want to talk about a rap game, and it's so much to talk about in the rap game that you get so far into that, and then you almost forget to talk about, oh yeah, well, you just dropped some new music with the Brat. You know what I mean? And so it's like if you have a career that consists of that, it's kind of hard for people to even hit everything, because I'm doing so many different things in the midst of one thing that people pay attention to. So I mean, I kind of understand why some of the things get left out. If people were to talk about everything that I do, then it would be different. But usually people have a conversation with Jermaine Dupri, or they talk about me, they're talking about one specific thing, and they miss all the other stuff that's happening at the same time.
Definitely. So being one of the pioneers in the Atlanta sound, how do you feel about the way that it sounds right now in 2016?
I think it's great. I mean, I think it's it's very, very what's the word, influential to every other city that's out there. Everywhere I go, when I started making music here, people used to say Atlanta was country, and they didn't even want to hear what we was doing. And places like New York wouldn't really play down south music, but like they might give us like 30 minutes or something like that, and that'd be it. And then the rest of the night you wouldn't hear it. Now to go to New York and see that New York has basically adopted Atlanta culture by the strip clubs and just everything, like that's pretty much the lifestyle of Atlanta now in New York. It's amazing to me, and I love seeing it. I don't know what that's gonna do for our culture. I hope it doesn't like wash it away, because everybody is doing it. But for the most part, you go, LA got strip clubs now, and it's like it's just, I've been around to see when that wasn't happening.
So you've had your hand on a lot of successful careers, and recently Bow Wow says that he's going to retire, and that's somebody that you basically put on. How do you feel about that, and do you think that he should be retiring at the age of 29?
Well, I don't think it's 29. I think he's just preparing y'all for that. He don't want to be a rapper at 30. And this is something that Bow Wow talked about all of his life as a teenager. This was something he said when he was 12. I ain't gonna be rapping when I get 30 like the rest of these old ass rappers. So, like that's just been his mentality. So I think he's just preparing people for that, because he's almost, he will be 30 next year. So it's like, okay, I'm not gonna be doing this much longer.
How do you feel about being over the age of 30 and rapping?
For me, it's different because I've done so many things that I didn't have a one career as a rapper. What people got to understand, Bow Wow's first record came out at 12. He was 12 years old. Like, that's a long career. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be a rapper and say, I've been rapping since I was 12 years old. Matter of fact, I don't know any of these rappers that's on the radio that has had a record out at that. No, it's nobody that's had a career that long. That's what you got to think about. Bow Wow put a record out that sold 3 million copies when he was 12. It's these guys that's just coming out now that's like they 25, 24. They might be 20, even 21. But still, he didn't start at 21. He started at 12. That's 10 years prior to what everybody else is doing. So, for him, that probably is, I probably feel like, yeah, he been rapping a long time.